called Punk Rocky.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Punk Rocky. I guess that's what we settled. We settled on the fucking name.
Yeah.
Unless you have any objections to that.
I'm all for it.
Okay. All right. Great. So, given that our audience base is so huge now, I guess it wouldn't hurt to introduce ourselves. My name is Fred.
Are you sure?
I am a writer, sort of. I've done some artistic ventures in my past. I don't do anything anymore because I'm a lazy piece of shit.
I see.
So,
Is it my turn?
yep.
All right. I'm
Go ahead.
Ezra. I'm something of an artist, I guess. I make music, and I'm developing a video game that we'll talk about later on. And there's nothing I love more than dead CIA agents.
Well, I'm glad that you referenced that because we're going to talk about CIA black sites in Thailand. So
I can't wait.
wonderful little banter. You know, we got that out of the way. So shit. I guess we're gonna talk a little bit about something we like to call the Thulian perspective. Now, Ezra, I'm not so sure. I don't know how keen you are on blood and soil type nationalism.
I know
Oh
a thing
boy.
or two. Yeah.
A thing or two.
Yeah.
Well, we Ezra and I are one of our points of interest really is this man Varg Vikernes. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce his last name. Is that even remotely correct?
I've heard the actual pronunciation before, but it's like this weird fucking Norwegian affluence. But I've heard most English speakers call him Vikernes or Vikernes. So
Vikernes.
we'll just call him
Sounds
Vikernes,
like
I guess.
Sounds like a disease. Obviously, Norwegia isn't a real place, so we're just gonna leave it at that. This man is the single act behind the music project Burzum, releasing a string of albums in the 90s and into the 2000s. He was, if you'll note, several of the albums, I believe 3 of the albums, were specifically dark ambient albums because he was only limited to a synthesizer while he was in prison after committing, what was it, fucking murder?
He was
And
charged with
some arson.
murder and 3 counts of arson, possibly a 4th because there was a 4th church burn, but he wasn't charged with it. And just to correct you on that, 2 albums he released in prison. That was I'm probably gonna butcher the. It's okay. I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation, but one was Doddy Balders. Yeah, I fucked that up so bad. And Hilo Skalf.
Yep.
With Dottie Balders being released in 97 and Hilo Skalf being released in 99. He was only allowed in prison a synthesizer and a tape recorder, and I guess he wasn't really doing much else at the time, so he just said, fuck it, let's make some music.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and upon further introspection, is based on the throne of the Norse god Odin. So
Yeah.
for all you fucking Norse mythology buffs out there, get ready to get your dick stroked for the rest of this goddamn podcast. So, Ezra, what do you want to say about the Thulian man?
All right, well, just to put a little footnote about his prison sentence, he was sentenced to, this is how the fucking Norwegian legal system works, he was sentenced to, I believe, 21 years for all 4 charges. That was the 3 arsons and the murder, and he only served, I think, 13. So, yeah.
That's some little bullshit. Just wanna interject here. I don't mean to talk about criminal justice too much, because we're a neutral fucking channel, podcast, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
That man did what he did in America. Whew.
Oh, he'd be getting life
Fucking
for
no
sure.
parole.
Maybe even like a death sentence.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I'm I'm in Florida. You know, I know everybody couldn't tell that we were we're not in the same room right now because we just hide it so well. But I'm in Florida currently, and we're pretty loose about the fucking electric chair down here. So I don't know, Mr. Thulian man may not have been able to, you know, soak his brain in some particularly noxious ideals. Um,
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Nothing's
I don't think
happened.
we're too heavy with the death sentence, but I'm pretty sure he'd be getting life. My stepfather works at he's a corrections officer. Um, yeah, he wouldn't be getting off that easy.
There you go. So, a little bit of CJ for you all the attorneys who clearly listen to this podcast. Make sure to sponsor us. We're gonna show the fucking link. We're gonna flash it on the screen right now. Uh,
Yeah, we need better mics.
so what do we
Give
say
us
about
money.
Varg? I don't know. Nazi in disguise? Not in
I
disguise?
he denounced the National Socialist label like a real long time ago, but if you really look at what he believes in, he's an ethno-nationalist. He talks about the Third Reich in his videos a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah,
Aryan perspectives as well.
yeah. He's real.
Talks about.
He's a proud Aryan. So
Hmm.
I think it's very obvious that he has a Nazi agenda, but he's trying to like soften it with like. I noticed that a lot with like the Nazis. They try to call themselves like just nationalists to like make themselves look a little more
Right.
appealing. Because there's a lot of like U.S. conservatives that label themselves as nationalists, but they don't really hide it
Right.
that well if you really look behind the veil.
Yeah, behind the veil. Pierce the veil, guys. Another band reference in this fucking show.
Don't make me go
Yeah, I
back to
know.
my fucking post-hardcore phase. I don't want to think about that.
Oh, you want to talk about that? Let's talk all about that.
No, I want to forget
Okay.
7th grade.
You don't have to relive that. I'm
Mm-mm.
not gonna make you fucking do that.
Thank you.
Besides, nobody wants to hear about your depressing bullshit. You hack.
Well, fuck you, you
Sorry.
fucking Latino cock daddy.
Well, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding. More about music. I don't know if I want to dig further into uh, Varg's fucking past. I mean, if any of y'all listen to JPEG Mafia, he did a diss track
Wait, he
of
did?
him. Yeah, remember the fucking
Was that on Veteran?
I believe the song is called I Can't Wait for Morrissey to Fucking Die on his newest
Oh.
album, Veteran. Where the song begins by him denouncing both the namesake Morrissey of the Smiths, Varg Vikernes, and the frontman of Slayer, Tom Araya. All very good candidates for attacks and targeting. I think he also mentions Johnny Rotten of, I believe, the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, he
Of
does,
course.
because he became like a Trump supporter out of absolutely nowhere.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like all of the like everyone does. You know,
I think he like
every
praised
every
fucking
member of
Breitbart too, or something stupid.
like fucking. I don't know what's with this trend of like all these fucking these rockers and these metalheads just becoming absolute the salt of the earth. Sorry, I meant scum of the earth. Fucking what's his face? Bald-headed Billy Corgan. He's a real keeper. Right after praising America for electing a black man, he turns does a complete 180 and starts endorsing the ideals of Alex Jones and company. And we don't advocate for that on this show, right? We don't advocate for
I mean, I guess not.
ideals apart from the mainstream. We're both very loyal Republicans, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Men. We're Nixonian Republicans. Anyway, speaking of actually no, we're not quite there yet. We're not going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about some political feuds later because they're funny. But let's talk more about music. So, Ezra, what have you been listening to lately?
What have I been listening to? Shit. You're welcome to
Fucking
cut this
Avril?
part out in the editing process. I'm just trying to recollect. I haven't been listening to a lot of music lately, actually. Oh,
You hack.
okay, here we go.
What's up?
Not long ago, my girlfriend's mother got me a birthday present. It was the album A Furrow Cut Short by the Ukrainian black metal band Drudker.
Ooh,
I'm sure you're familiar with them, or I've.
I am vaguely familiar. We're gonna flash it on the screen too,
I
just for
like that.
people to.
1 second.
I'm not saying that in jest because we are gonna upload this to YouTube and put some nasty little visuals everywhere. I'm gonna
Oh, so
put
it's
some
not gonna
hardcore
be like a
porn.
still image. All right.
Yeah, no. So we're gonna put some B reels because I took a film class once.
I like that. But yeah, A Furrow Cut Short. It's a 7-track album, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but the tracks are like 8 minutes, 10 minutes long. So the whole thing comes out to about an hour. It's actually pretty fucking good. It's not their best album. I think my personal favorite for them is Eternal Turn of the Wheel. But it has that real traditional like second wave black metal sound that I really like. Like there's no fancy like synths or anything like that. It's kind of just like a straightforward fucking power chords and blast beats and screaming. I like it. I like it.
There you go. So everybody, check out this band, or you can't support us on Patreon. So,
Yeah.
well, actually, I don't know if I say that. It's kind of mean.
You need money.
So if you're into second wave black metal, and if you're not familiar with either of the waves of black metal, here's how it goes. There was a first wave, which is pretty much indistinguishable from any other style of the new wave of British heavy metal.
It's
There's an
fucking
ongoing
thrash.
debate as to whether, yeah, it's thrash. There's an ongoing debate as to whether Venom, which is my favorite thrash metal band,
They're thrash, yeah.
but they were the ones who pioneered the more atmospheric, I guess, ethereal sound that laid the groundwork for the scene in Norway. I'm sorry, Norwegia. Well, off the top of my head, I mean, you got people like Mayhem, who unfortunately one of their members was killed
Oh no.
by this man named Varg Vikernes. I'm not sure if we talked about him on the show before, but
Don't think so. It's our first episode.
yeah, first episode. What you need to know about the Norwegian black metal scene is it's completely distinct, wholly from the Swedish death metal scene. Swedish death metal scene I never truly got into, I guess, with the exception of Meshuggah, but I'm not totally sure that they fall under that category.
I don't know if they're
Yeah,
really. I mean, I guess I always felt like they were more of like a degen kind of
yeah,
like prog metal.
they're more meme metal.
Yeah. There you go.
They're not real music. Ooh, that's the hot take of the evening, afternoon, wherever we're
Degen
recording this.
isn't
We're not
real
telling people to
music.
record this. Yeah, well, it's not real music. So this wouldn't really be punk rocky. That's what we decided, right?
Yeah.
Punk rocky if we didn't plug some other music that doesn't really get much attention. And one of the tracks we'd like to bring to the forefront here is from our friend Jam Cam.
Uh-oh.
Jam Cam was is a very dear friend of ours, and he's making some great music now. He did a contribution to the new Reality Database record, a compilation album. Contributed the track "What," which is a pretty banger, industrial dance. Probably butchering the style of this music, but it's a great track. Check it out. We're gonna link it in the show notes. I guess we're gonna write that. I didn't even fucking think about that.
Yeah. That'll probably help.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I gotta do all the fucking heavy lifting here.
Should we go on to Boards of
Just-
Canada now?
Oh yeah, so Boards of Canada, everybody knows. I have a fucking server named Hexagon Sun, so that clearly shows you how much I care about these people, these beautiful, beautiful men. I've listened to a couple of remixes of their tracks. Some of them are garbage, and some of them are not. The one that's not garbage is this rework by sigaze.bandcamp.com of Trails, which is a little known track. Don't know where it came from since the breadth of their bootleg catalog is so enormous and seemingly endless. Great little rework of the original track. So check that out. What else we got? I don't know if I was gonna add on to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about Jamcam's track, but you kind of like took every word out of my mouth. So
Really?
yeah, I was gonna say it was like an industrial type of like trap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So, you have nothing else to say on the matter? Is that
I
all
guess
you have to
not.
fucking contribute? All right,
I'm sorry.
fine. Guess
I'm a
do
bad
all the
I'm a bad co-host.
heavy lifting around here. Now we got a more prominent work. Not sure if people are familiar with this, but Ezra, have you watched unedited footage of a bear?
Yes.
Featured in the video is a song called "Sermon" by Ed Schrader's Music Beat. Now, Ed Schrader is a punk rock, very suitable raid. Yeah, Ezra's fucking. He wants to laugh harder, but currently, what's going on with you, Ezra? Why are you not laughing as hard? Why are you not as enthused? Give the reason.
My life is a mess. Every day I cough up orange foam and it tastes like pepper.
Uh-huh. That's good. And I'm sure all of the listeners can relate to you on that one, and can probably talk about it in the show notes or whatever comments. I don't know where we're going to put this. This is a disaster. Yeah. So we're crashing hard on this podcast right now.
Oh shit.
Just a dearth of ideas and preparation, really. But we prepared a lot.
Oh yeah.
Um,
A lot of time and
and I
thought went into
guess
this.
yeah, lots of thought that went into this. Here's the thought. Here's two thoughts. Fucking Liz Cheney and Meghan McCain. Two names that you didn't want to hear about, but now we're talking about them. Because
I can feel my mojo coming back already.
full circle. Quick pivot. Meghan McCain on Thursday, I get that this was published the 15th of March. Ides of March, everyone. Beware before you get stabbed by your Roman contemporaries. Meghan McCain ripped a lawmaker over a tweet directed at her father, Senator John McCain, who has a fucking brain cancer.
Oh no.
I know. Really quite shocking. Still casting those ballots on the Senate floor, though, which makes me feel so warm and cuddly inside, you know?
You know, still pumping out articles calling for war.
Only articles he's not calling out for is articles of impeachment. Oh!
Uh-oh.
I know we have a lot to say on the matter of Trumpy poo, but we're not going to talk about Trump right now because we're hardcore MAGA fans.
Oh
Got
yeah.
hats on.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah, drain the swamp. Drain. Mitch
Drain my
McConnell's
swampy
war chest.
ass.
What do you have against swamps, bro? I mean, hello. I mean, we're fucking. I'm recording this from the Gainesville, Florida, everybody.
Okay, you're in Florida. I'm in the town that The Office takes place in. There's a bit of a divide.
Yeah, there's a bit of a cultural divide here, which is why I can't understand anything you fucking say.
You know, I can't get the concept that that I have an accent to you.
You know, let's litigate this right now. You do have an accent. That I just butchered it.
An accent?
Yeah, accident. We're all accidents.
Oh yeah.
Laxative.
Pennsylvania was an accident.
Yeah. You have a bit of a. It's not a twang. When I talk about twang, I'm talking about the fucking South, which I am in the South. You know, yay me. But I guess we all have accents here. We're a bunch of whatever. Meghan McCain.
Does she have an accent?
I think she does. You know what she sounds like? She sounds kind of like an asshole. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that style of speaking. But sounds like a pompous, self-important, entitled.
Right. Yeah.
Asshole. This article, fucking Meghan McCain, railed against Liz Cheney, whose father, Richard B. Cheney, served as vice president under Bush during the Black Site program in the CIA, your favorite topic, took to Twitter to accuse McCain of slandering the CIA officers who took part in this clearly legal program that definitely didn't endanger the lives of thousands and deny them of their due process.
Right.
That's always nice.
Mm.
The enhanced interrogation program saved lives. This is Liz Cheney. Prevented attacks and produced intel that led to Obama bin Laden. And Meghan McCain just slaps back, man. Slaps back Ezra.
Oh.
And says, no one, my father doesn't need torture explained to him. So.
Because he's a fucking POW, right?
Yeah, right. He's a hero. You can't disparage him. Because, patriotism. Did some things in Vietnam. And definitely wasn't complicit in the numerous war crimes and atrocities that we committed over there. But anyway, the Battle of the Bands, Ezra, as it were.
Fucking... Correct me if I'm wrong. Meghan McCain is on The View, correct? Or she's like a frequent...
Yes.
Yeah.
She is replaced... Joan Rivers? No. Who did she replace?
They booted somebody a while back because they didn't agree with every fucking thing they said. Yeah.
Of course. Because, they have to have consensus on that show. If not, it turns into a disaster a la Punk Rocky.
But, I can't watch The fucking View. I can't watch her. I can't watch Whoopi Goldberg. It's like the most ingenuine fucking gang of, like, neoliberals. They don't believe in anything they say.
Nope.
They don't fucking care. They're hiding behind their money while the fucking country and everything else around them is coming down. They only care about their paycheck.
Yeah.
So they'll say whatever fucking bullshit that sounds nice and gives people a warm feeling in their tummy, and they don't care. They don't actually care about what's going on.
I wouldn't be so harsh. They get a lot of fucking views, man.
Oh, The View gets views.
View, yeah. So, a little bit of a pun here on the show. Feel free to protest outside my apartment. But that's not all, Ezra. That's not the only thing that happened in the political scene that was just so fucking unreal.
Okay, do tell.
Chelsea Clinton. Does that name mean anything to you?
I might have to get back on you on that. I just woke up. I have a bit of a head cold.
Gotcha. And you are expelling an orange substance. You were ejecting an orange substance through your mouth.
Yeah, I cough up orange foam every day, and it tastes like pepper.
Yeah. So that's the one-liner here. But Chelsea Clinton is the kind of person who is it abject virtue signaling? Maybe. Chelsea Clinton likes to defend children online, and what she does is tries to just gas herself up by making sure that litigating trends on Twitter. And one of them was railing against, I believe it was Trump's son, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't fucking, talk about his children." And I agree. It's kind of low to talk about the poor lad.
Right.
But she does it in a way. Now, let me just make my plea about dear Chelsea here. She has this fucking air, like some kind of Dauphine of France, like, I haven't contributed to anything and never will.
But my daddy was the president, and he got his pee-pee sucked on the president's desk. Yeah.
You think she sees the Resolute desk and she just has like flashbacks?
I was making. I remember during the election, I was making jokes. I was like, if Hillary gets elected, she's going to sit at the same desk that Monica Lewinsky sat under. And that's just
very appeasing thought. I'm sure that's why she didn't try, right? That's why she didn't really want to be president. She just kind of.
Nah. I'm beginning to think that Trump is what they really wanted all along.
I agree.
Yeah.
They went to his fucking wedding, for Christ's sake.
Oh shit, they did.
Like they're not friends.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Made for a great photo op. While Hillary Clinton was still the senator of New York, a state that she had never been associated with prior to, when did she get elected? 2000?
Yeah.
Carpetbagger. But yeah, I mean, we're not going to talk too much about the Clintons. I just wanted to point out Chelsea Clinton's bullshittery. And speaking of bullshit, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the bullshit corner. Ezra, why don't you make your piece about what bullshit you've come across?
All right. Where do I even fucking begin? I'm not gonna talk about bullshit that I've come across in on the internet or anything like that, or in the political world. I'm gonna talk about bullshit I've come across in my real personal life, trying to make it as a human being, trying to make something of myself. So once upon a time, I got a job. I was 17 years old. I was in my junior year of high school, and I decided it was about time I started making money for college. And what better work opportunity for me than an anonymous burger company that I won't name because I want to give myself a little bit of anonymity so that nobody doxes me watching the show because they're like, wow, this guy's a terrible co-host. Let's ruin his life.
Well, and we have some moral integrity. Not a lot, but
Oh, I don't believe in morals. I'm a nihilist, so.
Right.
Um,
God is dead, everyone.
Yeah, if you guess it, you'll probably get it right what particular burger company I'm talking about. But I got a job there. I worked there into the summer. I was there for a little over a year, and over the summer I went on vacation in New Jersey for about a week. My position there, I was the main grill guy, right? I worked the most hours. I was on the grill more often than anybody else. So then somebody took my position for that week that I was absent. And part of the responsibility that the grill cook needs to do is clean the grease traps, right? They do it every night. You dump it into a sink, spray it out, and then put it back. So, and it wasn't a very popular job. It was gross. It was disgusting. There were chunks of hard meat in there that fall in throughout the day and all that. There were eggs and stuff like that.
Of course.
So,
it's like the toilet I have to clean very soon. I've been postponing for several months now. Go ahead.
Okay, so nobody liked doing it. So then I came back from my little vacation, went back to work, back on the grind. And it came that time of the evening that I had to do the grease traps. So I'm dumping them one by one, and I get to the egg grill. And I don't even know how to build up on this. I saw something moving in there, like a little thing.
Ooh, was it an egg moving, Ezra?
Not anymore. Not anymore. So you can imagine my horror when I take the grease trap, dump it into the thing we poured in. I forget what it was called, the receptacle or whatever. You can imagine my horror when I dump it in there, and caught in the net are maggots, live fucking recently hatched maggots.
Delicious.
At your local burger store. Fuck, I don't even know where to go after that. Well, clearly that means that whole week that I was gone, nobody was cleaning it.
That's the conclusion we can draw here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not investigators, guys. We're not prosecutors. I mean, we're not fucking Bobby Mueller. But we can put two and two together, I think.
Yeah, but it was you could go away without cleaning them for a day or two. It'll be gross, but nobody will die. I was gone for a week. And for that whole 7-day period, nobody was cleaning that fucking grease trap, and there were flies in the restaurant. We got flies in there, and we did everything we could to get them out. We had exterminators come in and shit, and it wasn't an infestation, but we had to put up fly traps in certain parts of the back of the store. But they still got in there, and they found their breeding grounds in the fucking grease trap because nobody cleaned it.
Some idiot didn't do his fucking job.
Oh, we got fired. My boss was going on a fucking rampage.
I mean, sounds unacceptable, and it is, people. If you work at insert anonymous burger company here, they have fucking maggots. And they're not little chunks of egg that are sentient and move by themselves. They're maggots, people. And if you don't know what a maggot is, take remedial 3rd grade. But yeah, that's pretty gross. I have a little story with maggots myself.
Is that is that a metaphor in a metaphorical sense? Or?
It's not a metaphor, actually. Unfortunately, it's very real and it's very traumatic. Your boy in middle school was not very hygienic, so I had a lunchbox. Everybody had a lunchbox. I just couldn't stand the slop that they served at these goddamn cafeterias, so I brought my own lunch. One day, I'm very forgetful, Little me was very forgetful, on top of the fact that my voice was cracking and I was making YouTube poops for a living. But,
no, I've
dropped the bomb there.
Worry. Yeah.
Yeah. Drop the bomb there, guys. That's our past. We were YouTube poopers. Anyway, leave my lunch there. And I thought nothing of it. I thought, well, I had eaten all my lunch that day. And there was nothing still in there, right? No foodstuffs to be infested upon by the uh, neonates of flies.
The youth of the nation.
Of course. So, to my surprise, I start paying for lunch and stuff. Find my lunchbox in the middle of the basketball court outside the playground, and open that bad boy up. It's been about 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks, maybe a month, since I had seen that bad boy. It was like a little Spider-Man thing on the cover, and lo and behold, a rotting, fucking fungal infested sandwich. But I thought, all right, I'll just throw this out. Nothing's gonna happen. I went to the receptacle to throw out the decomposed sandwich and start feeling some shit climbing up my hand.
Oh my god.
Some 20 or so maggots
20?
just start rampaging up my arm. And at this point I've completely lost my fucking gourd and start doing the shimmy shimmy, the shake, the Peter Griffin dance to get them off.
God. And you're saying like 20 on your arm.
Well, they were 20 in total, like the aggregate amount of maggots that was about 20-ish. Some 5 or 7 or 10 start, shimmying their way up my arm. They're like, "All right, this guy's a fucking party. We gotta."
Well, that's funny. So that means like every fucking maggot that was in the box got on your hand.
Yep.
Or like at least a majority.
The majority of them. The plurality of the maggots. So
it's like American Horror
Story. You'd think
I
get some kind of cool nickname after that. That is something I like to call. I should make an art piece about it, Ezra, and I think I have a name for it.
Oh.
Call it the Sigil of Flesh. So I've been using this little thing called Discord, and lo and behold, it's the thing we're using right now to record this podcast. What a world!
What a world! Revolutionary, cutting edge, gamer chat,
gaming central chat. Yeah. In about 30 years, it'll be Skype, and it'll be boring, and nobody will want to use it anymore. So
they'll bring back AIM. Don't worry.
What do I got? I got YaoiHavenReborn. Now.
Wow, that's a good way to fucking introduce your segment. YaoiHavenReborn.
Yeah, that's my segment. You got a problem with that? I like to go on YaoiHavenReborn, and I like to jack my meat.
Oh.
So I thought, there should be other people like me who like to jack my meat to the exact same website. And if you go on YaoiHavenReborn.com, don't know why I spelled that, you can go on the Discord server that they have, run by the owner, Atoro. You meet some fine people there. And when I mean fine, I just mean just the worst. Just the worst.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Just you meet some people who say some things. You got some people fantasizing about the American annexation of China. This is a conversation I had with a guy.
On a Yaoi Discord.
On a Yaoi Discord. Because they like to get political up in there. It's a breeding ground for that shit.
Okay.
And like my metaphor, the maggots just crawl up your arm as soon as you fucking...
Wow.
That was a bad metaphor. Yeah, so we got that, and I started having a conversation with this guy, and I started seeing, the holes in his argument and his little fantasy. One of which is, so we can definitely assume all the debts and assets and equity that China has, and all of their working force too, because that won't do anything to the dollar, right? That won't plunge our currency into oblivion.
Inflation.
And he's like, well, I don't know much about it. Yeah, inflation isn't a thing.
It's a Zionist conspiracy.
Right. It's not like if you increase the supply, anything will happen. That's some Keynesian bullshit that we don't advocate on this show. So.
Yeah, we're freedmen, guys.
We are. We're grade A assholes. Speaking of money, this other guy this other feller named Mango, a 18-year-old. I guess I'm gonna say his name. I'll just out these people for what they are.
We're doing some docs and shit.
We're doing some. Please don't dox people. It's bad.
It's not
bad
nice.
for your health.
It's really not.
They're proven. It's proven to be linked to toward obesity. This guy needs some help with the stock market. He posts in the fucking chat. So I said, okay, well, I know a little something about investing. Got some treasury bonds. They're worthless now. And he starts talking about the stock market. And he says, well, what's going to happen? I'm like, well, there's housing bubbles in several different states, among which are California. California is experiencing some of the worst trends in gentrification ever. And Jerry Brown doesn't seem to give a shit. But what does he care about?
Has he ever?
No, he just cares about railing against Trump because that's all you can do now.
Impeachment.
You don't actually have to govern. You can just...
If you have a Twitter account, you don't need to fucking govern. You just gotta tweet about impeachment. Hashtag March for Our Lives.
You just gotta... This guy, I don't know if I talked about this, but this motherfucker is 18 years old and has apparently invested the following amount of money into the stock market. Do you want to know what this amount of money is, Ezra? Or do you want to say it, or...
I want you to say it. This is your story. I want you to
This is my moment, guys. I just want to say it. This motherfucker allegedly has invested $430,000 in the fucking stock market.
And if I wasn't holding a microphone in one hand, I'd be fucking clapping right now. Just pretend I'm clapping.
I'll edit that in post. Don't worry. You'll preserve your integrity. That's some shit. So I told him, I would honestly invest in something else. And I don't know about you, but maybe there's a part of me that says he's kind of not being honest.
Well, maybe that's in Bitcoin. I know that's a little... Yeah. Or maybe he's going by like the Canadian dollar or something like that.
Right. He may be talking about a different dollar. Excuse me. Then
don't edit that out.
I'd be talking about the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, but everybody knows Australia also doesn't exist. So,
but the land down under, man.
Countries.
What about Mad Max?
Oh fuck!
You tell me Mel Gibson doesn't exist?
You got me, man. Damn it. Well, I'll just keep saying that Norwegia doesn't exist. So
there we go.
We'll maintain some moral integrity on the show.
Yeah, I like to believe it doesn't.
But yeah, that's my experience with YaoiHavenReborn, other than unsolicited DMs of nudes, which is always my favorite.
I gotta say, though, when you were telling me that story, like, off-air about the American annexation of China and the 18-year-old who invested that much money into the stock market, I thought you were talking about... You said it was in a Discord server, and I thought it was, like, a politically themed Discord server and not one for a fucking Yowie website. So that just makes the story all the more better.
You can call them what they are, Ezra. You can degrade as many
fucking
constituencies as you want.
Fucking faggots. They fucking fetishize Asians.
Asians are fetishized a lot. So are black people, apparently. Apparently Asian people have a big black people fetish, but...
Really?
Clearly we're just...
No, I actually did not know that.
Yeah, this is a second-hand account. I don't want to get myself into too much trouble, but apparently, trouble I'm just a magnet with that shit.
Yeah, you kind of are.
We're gonna say it. I'll fucking just strike through it, I guess. We'll just edit it out. Thought this was gonna be a raw podcast, but I guess that dream is over. I mean, I don't know how much we want to talk about Yaoi. What I love talking about with Yaoi is Yaoi visual novels.
Uh-oh. All right, you're taking the stage for this one. This is not my area of expertise.
No, man. I'm gonna be the only schmuck talking about this subject, because I guess I'm the expert on the subject from playing a single game. This single game is called Camp Buddy. What do I say about this game? I demoed it. You can go check it out. We're gonna link it in the show notes as well.
Are we gonna
They
make
made
people
a
think we
fucking
have
reference.
sponsors?
Yeah, we're sponsored by Miko Kun, who is the author of this fucking
The Camp Buddy.
game. Camp Buddy. Uh, real great piece of media. I'm trying to find this goddamn this screenshot I took of it. Oh, this is
I'm trying to work
none of this is what I want.
I'm trying to work a Camp Laszlo joke into this, but I can't figure it out.
I can't either. I was going to as well.
Scoutmaster
Unless
Lumpus,
at
suck
some
my
point-
penis. Scoutmaster Lumpus,
And if
lick
y'all
my
don't-
scrotum.
Y'all don't remember that is precisely from an episode of Camp Laszlo. If you look hard enough.
It's a deleted episode. It's a creepypasta.
What were those people at creepypasta? What were these people at Cartoon Network thinking?
I can't believe they got away with this.
They're just going crazy, man.
Top 10 times Camp Laszlo went too far.
That is a Watch Mojo video. You can watch it. Watch Mojo. We all love Watch Mojo. Oh, I fucking found this meme, which I will also link in the show notes. So it's all the fucking characters all together. They're all men. They're all... Now, here's the thing about this. If you look on his Patreon, this Mr. Miko-kun, Miko-kun is creating BL/Yaoi visual novel. Now, I was under the impression that since it's Camp Buddy, since it's like a Boy Scouts theme thing, that this was BL, but apparently he has to say that they're all over 18, but if you clearly look at just their body types, it's very apparent that this is Shota. I mean, I don't know what's the cutoff for yaoi.
You know,
You're
I'm
more
on
of an
his
expert on that.
I'm on his Patreon right now, and I'm just looking at some of these drawings, and I'm like, wow.
Do you wanna make any commentary on it? I know you love good art when you see it.
I mean, I'm a 19-year-old male. I look a little bit young. No. Hear me out. I'm 19 years old. I look a little bit younger than I actually am. I have people telling me that I look like 14, 15. But I'm looking at these drawings, and I'm like, there's no way that he's not like lying about these characters' ages. Like in his head canon for these characters are like 14, 15 years old, maybe 16.
It's, I agree with you, and yet the disclaimer on the top says all sexual activity portrayed in this game is consensual, and all characters portrayed are above 18 years of age. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know if anybody over the age of 18 does camping with other members of the same sex.
No, I've been to summer camps before, like week-long trips and shit like that. The cutoff age was always like 18.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, bit of an anachronism there. Just a slight one. Mostly it's just saving face more than anything. Even though there's nothing statutorily, like, illicit about drawing Shota or Lully or depicting underage sexual activity.
Like, this guy he has a Patreon. He's obviously trying to do this like full time or have this like be where a majority of his income comes from, right? If he's like trying to do that, I don't think he's gonna be outright like, yeah, I like drawing 15-year-olds fucking, because that wouldn't bring in the patrons. That wouldn't bring in the audience.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I guess he wants to maintain the lead he has because he consistently meets all of his funding goals per month, if you look on the left.
Yeah.
So he has a pretty consistent stream of support.
I honestly I didn't even know there was that big of an audience for this shit, so
I didn't know either. I mean, I didn't really know how big the visual novel industry was. I think it kind of exploded after Doki Doki Literature Club just because it was like kind of an unorthodox take on it. Because most of them are just kind of like...
Well, that was pretty recent.
Extremely, exorbitantly inoffensive.
DDLC, that was pretty recent, so do you think that would
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't... Maybe
it's a bubble.
I don't know. Maybe I guess people are just in the mood for this kind of shit. And the joke that I fucking posted, which brought your interest to this wonderful little project by Miko-kun was a screenshot that I took while I was playing the game. And I don't know if you recall, but the screenshot is of a character named Edward saying, "Seriously, green? Green is not a creative color."
I fucking remember that. You tweeted it or something, right? Or you sent it to me?
I did. I tweeted it.
You know, that's ironic. I'm seeing a lot of green in his drawings because it takes place at a camp. There's
Right.
green trees, green grass.
And a lot of it's like bright green.
Yeah.
The context of this was the Edward character was referring to the main character Kichiro because his favorite color is green and he wears mostly green. So, yeah.
I thought like his semen was green or something like that.
Yeah, so big slam on the main character by referencing "Don't hug me, I'm scared."
Oh shit!
That's the name of that thing, right?
Shit, yeah, that's where it's from.
That everybody's So very funny reference that I'm sure everybody can relate to, and everybody's surely not sick of.
Fucking, when did that come out? 2011 or something like that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. Everybody's still fresh on their minds, right? 2018.
Yeah, and there's like fucking 7 of them or something like that. And it's like an ongoing series.
Yeah,
and they get money to make
they
these.
have like 7 now, which at a certain point it's like, well,
like fucking Sesame Street characters doing scary things. Ooh. Like, it overstays its welcome. Yeah.
It's that edgelord fucking. I don't know if it ever ended, but the edgelord era of YouTube, of just like.
I think it's just evolved. Like it went from like dark and scary to like offensive jokes. Like
offensive. Not even humorously tasteless, just tasteless.
That's like saying the N-word in a joke and then just saying the N-word.
Right.
Yeah.
Because. Just because
it's the N-word.
You know? And I don't know. I mean, people think they're fucking funny. One tweet that I saw that was an attempt at that, trying to play on the death of Stephen Hawking.
Oh my god. We're on this.
By a person named Charlotte Clymer with the LGBT rainbow flag next to her name. I believe she's I don't know if she's non-binary or whatever.
Blue check mark by her name too. So this is a verified user.
This is a verified Twitter account because the blue check mark means a lot now, right? Really is the paragon of authenticity, and has definitely not been diluted by all these figureheads and pundits. Fucking tweeted. This is a hypothetical exchange between Prince and Stephen Hawking. Goes like this: Prince, where have you been? We were waiting forever. Bowie is already dancing naked with a lampshade on his head, and Alan Rickman passed out. Stephen Hawking, sorry, got held up. Prince, what's happened since we left? Stephen Hawking, you don't want to know. Let's party.
Motherfucker!
I don't think I have words for this.
Wow.
I don't know if there's anything to say about this. This joke was funny by Charlotte Clymer. Probably one of the worst tweets I've ever seen. Just awful. Just
it reminds me of like
and bad. And
remember in 2016 and like the last couple months, everybody was like, "Wow, 2016 was like the worst year ever."
Yeah,
it's bringing back memories of that.
Yep, just like people. We also love people dealing in absolutes with this show. You know, we love people just.
Yeah, we're objectivists.
Trashing particular years just because certain isolated events that were not very savory happened.
Yeah,
which is always fun.
Condensing everything into a 12-month period.
Yeah,
like every little thing.
Totally not arbitrary. Totally not just based on our revolution around a giant star that's about to become a red giant in about 5 billion years.
He's saying we're all going to die when the sun explodes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Unless we found a territorial analog, which seems kind of far-fetched.
Oh, it's okay. Elon Musk is going to take us all to Mars. We'll be okay.
Yeah, well, Elon Musk is going to definitely be able to compensate for the fact that the Martian atmosphere can't be sustained because Mars is too small and has very little mass. So
We'll live in like domes, like Sandy from SpongeBob.
right,
We'll all be okay.
everybody will be under a giant fucking bubble like the goddamn Simpsons movie.
Yeah,
The entire plot was the EPA
that was actually a good
shielding
fucking
off
movie.
Springfield, Illinois, or is
I-
it based on the actual Springfield? Or
I don't think it was ever confirmed which Springfield it was, but like most people say that it's the Illinois one.
I've never been because most of Illinois is kind of a shithole. I guess we're just gonna continue this train of just off depressing bullshit with the bad RP corner Ezra.
Uh oh.
くず星きらめく
This is the Bad RP Corner, where we talk about Bad RP, which stands for roleplay. In case we haven't killed your innocence yet, and you didn't know. Yeah. So I don't even know how to fucking introduce this. This is fucking disgusting. But I'll just go into it. My girlfriend, God bless her, found this Instagram account because it was posted in a group chat she's in, I think. It's an account called in.cest. That's IN.CEST, unless you want to see it for yourself.
CEST.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
The bio
Alright.
is mature content for mature audience. This is a dirty role-playing account. Don't report, just block. Female, teenager. No nudity. DM for RP. It is a series of lolly, I guess, pictures. Lolly, Shota, shit like that. With hypothetical roleplay, incest roleplay scenarios in the descriptions. Here's an example. Anna was sleeping in this outfit on her bed. It was the middle of Saturday, and only her father, brother, and their mastiff lived together. I think I said that wrong. MASTIFF.
Yeah, that's right.
Mastiff. You, and then in parentheses, father, brother, or dog, found her laying in bed like this, and you, and then parentheses, anyone up for a threesome? I'll be the sister, and one will be the dad, and one will be the brother. No dog.
Ooh.
And if you scroll down to the comments, you can see people's varied reactions to this, which
Of
include,
course.
I'm vomiting, stop with your gross ass, no, that's BAD with like spaces between each letter. The dog grabs the phone and calls the police. This account gets taken down and the owner gets arrested. And I am your brother. I rub your vagina until the FBI comes in and takes me away. It's a gold mine, honestly.
It's really just a string of zingers
Yeah.
on that fucking Instagram account. And this is someone that Vicky went to school with, or
It's a group chat. I think it was a group chat with her online friends, and they kind of just found this and they were like, "What the fuck? Look at the comments."
oof.
Yeah.
This is natural selection just can't come soon enough. I think it's really failed us, to be honest.
Yeah, I have some Darwinian
because-
sympathies, I won't lie.
Kudos to these people, right, for just being so open
Yeah.
about their grotesqueries and just unsavory nature.
Enough to make an Instagram account about it.
Yeah, just gotta make an Instagram account. Because edgy DeviantArts, they capped the quota on that one. There could have only been a couple edgy DeviantArt accounts before they were like, all right, guys, it's enough.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think
Party's
all
over.
the decent artists that were on DeviantArt left it for Tumblr and Instagram. Yeah.
And that other Art Central, that's like kind of the professional DeviantArt. The name eludes me right now. We'll put it in the show notes and let you guys be deviants. But that's just the steamroll of shit that we're on, and the bad RP corner just wouldn't be the same without my contribution as well.
Take the stage.
This is also from YaoiHavenReborn, Ezra's favorite Discord server.
Oh yeah. Send me an
Full
invite,
of-
by the way.
Oh, of course. But as with any good porn-related server, gotta have an RP section. gotta have a role-playing section that people take way too literally. Just taking a look one day at a certain RP where someone was pretending to be King Koopa. And if you're not familiar, King Koopa is the colloquial name for Bowser, the primary antagonist in the Mario series. This is how the conversation went. I didn't read all of it because I just couldn't stand that much absolute venereal disease in my eyes. But it went along the lines of this. Bowser's tail spun around as if it were a windshield wiper.
Okay, there's your first problem, because windshield wipers don't fucking spin. They go left and right.
Well, clearly this person has never been in a car or any kind of motorized vehicle. So, gotta check our privilege, man.
Right. Check your white privilege.
Yeah. Check your windshield wiper knowledge. Some people just never experienced that. And if you've never been in a motorized vehicle, it's overrated. Don't do it. The rest of the comment goes, undressed himself. This is referring, this person's still Bowser. Even took off his shell. Now, this is the problem. This is the part where I have the most issue with, because, Ezra, you know what happens when you try to take the shell off a turtle or a tortoise or any kind of shelled reptile?
Its insides spill out and it dies.
Yep. That's more or less what happens. It's not like fucking like now I understand these are fictionalized variants of anthropomorphized animals, but you gotta have some bearing on the truth. If you just fucking go up to Mike, Donatello, and Leo and the other one and just pull off their fucking shells, they can't be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anymore. They're the dead Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know, I got 2 points I want to make at that. Number one, a few years ago, I watched the movie Cannibal Holocaust with my friends over a Skype call. There was actual animal brutality in like the filming of the movie, and there was one scene where they literally tore the shell off a turtle and started eating its insides because they were out in the middle of the jungle. Yeah, that was rough. But I would like to counter your argument that if you take off Bowser's shell, he will die, because I think it was in Mario is Missing, one of those like really weird, like obscure Mario titles. I think it was for like the CDI or some stupid shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Mario is Missing, where he plays Luigi.
Exactly
Yeah. There's a part where you fight Bowser and you pull off his shell and it reveals that he's wearing underwear. Yeah.
He's wearing underwear
like
in his shell?
Yes, and the shell is just like his clothes, I guess. So I guess Bowser is not a turtle in that sense. No.
And no, he's not a turtle, not really a dragon either. Don't try to rationalize this, because you'll get nowhere.
Because you're pulling up old bones. You're bringing back Mario is Missing, and you're making like a critical analysis of whether or not Bowser can actually take off his shell. Correct. And you're using Mario is Missing as reference, which is where we literally got fucking Ouija from.
Yeah, that old guy, the horrific decontextualization of a Mario character. For the memes, which we love memes on this podcast, share a lot of them, but generally speaking, most of them are trash, and so is this podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But that's for you to decide. I believe that's all the topics we have for today. We don't really know what this show's about. Maybe you can fucking help us. Don't write in and say that this is just a shameless clone of Your Kickstarter Sucks. I understand. I get it. Maybe we'll actually review Kickstarters just as like a spiteful. Yeah, fuck you to the haters. Fucking fuck you to the man. Fuck you to Mike Hale and Jesse Farrar, who run that beautiful podcast. They are also the sponsors of this week's podcast. But yeah, we have a lot of money. Just kidding. We're actually sponsored by Blue Bottle Coffee. Why don't we just end this beautiful little episode by shamelessly plugging my co-host's work. Now, you are not familiar. Little old me. My co-host, Ezra James, is some wonderful, beautiful, creative mind. Not a beautiful mind, played by Russell Crowe as the John Nash. Makes some great tunes and makes some great art, and guess what? Makes a fucking video game, man.
Could you
Guy
fucking
made
believe it?
Fucking video game.
Yeah, I spent $7 on RPG Maker during I think it was the Easter sale, and then something happened.
Something happened.
It manifested.
Created this beautiful mess, this beautiful nightmare of text and sound. And the sound, correct me if I'm wrong, is also done by our friend.
Yes,
Audio.
our friend Jamcam, who we mentioned earlier during the music segment, is
if you were paying
contributing
any
in part to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
He's made some
People
great
were paying
songs.
Any attention to that?
Yeah.
We'll also link that in the show notes. His game is called, drumroll,
I can't do a drum roll.
yeah, no, well, I was gonna put a soundboard. You just decided to do some autistic shit.
I'm sorry. You could take that. I felt like you wanted me to do something like tap
No,
my fingers.
I was putting drum roll in asterisks, and then you were
I
gonna.
fucked it up. Okay. Yeah. Just take this whole thing out, please.
Yeah, totally. So, you want to try this again, Ezra?
Okay. It was on you. You were like you were saying, and the name of the game is.
The name of the game is.
Sigil of Flesh.
The game is called Sigil of Flesh. We'll link that also in the show notes. God, there's a lot of shit to link in the show notes.
Are you keeping track of it, or are you just gonna like listen over in the editing?
I'm just gonna listen over and just see what bullshit we spewed out of our mouths, including the orange foam that tastes like pepper, which delicious. All right, everybody, thank you very much for joining in. We'll be back with more
Tomfoolery.
inane bullshit, tomfoolery, and disgusting, tasteless jokes. Goodbye.
Bye bye.